Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda. When we last left off, we had just completed level 4, and now Jasmine has the ladder from level 4 and the raft from level 3. That means that all the remaining water hazards in the game won't be a problem. With these two items, we'll be able to get 2 more heart containers, and that'll put us at the 12 hearts necessary to get the magical sword. So, we're going to be ending up getting those heart containers and the magical sword in this episode, and then we'll also head to level 5, so that gives you a little indication of what's going to happen here. But we have some other cleanup that we want to do here first. So, let's burn down this bush, and we're going to shortchange this guy, literally, because he normally takes 20 rupees, but we only had 18, so, well, he got 2 less rupees than he would normally want. So let's go do some exploration here in the Lost Woods. If we defeat these guys, we can always use our boomerang to get whatever they drop on the other side. So I'm gonna need some rupees. So let's pick it up there. There we go. This guy's the only one who appeared down here. Got a fairy off of him. Got a room full of moblins here. A lot of them. Now to the north that's going to be the direction for the, that's going to take us into the Lost Woods. But we want to head over to the west first and get another clue. We also have something around here. Ooh, bombed the wrong hole. But there we go. Alright, let's get some money. How much are we gonna get? 30. Okay. And let's head over here. And we have our other clue lady in here. So let's take out these pea hats, see if we can get a little bit more rupees. They normally drop hearts, so... Fairy. Yeah, whenever you need an enemy to drop something, the game knows and it's not gonna give you that, so... Oh well, Alrighty, here we go. We have this woman here. If we pay her 10, she's going to say, that's not enough to talk. If we pay her the 30, she's going to give us the directions through the Lost Woods. North, west, south, west. If you pay her 50, she says, wow, that's a lot of rupees. So, yeah, they kind of trick you. The first woman we went to that gave us clues, you had to pay her the most amount. This one, you have to pay her the middle amount. So here we are in the Lost Woods. And we're going to follow those directions. North, west, south, west. Secret passage through the forest. So one more time, over to the west. And we end up on the far western part of Hyrule. And here we have these new enemies, Lionels. Well, we saw one earlier guarding the white sword, but we didn't really attack it. We just kind of avoided it. They can be kind of difficult because they throw those swords. The swords, even though we have the blue ring, will still take off 1 point of damage. So 1 entire full heart, so it can be kind of deadly. We can stun them with our boomerang though, so that's one thing we can do. So, we also met these new enemies, the genies. They take 5 hits of the white sword. Now one way you can kind of get a lot of rupees is you hit them 4 times with your sword. So that way only 1 more sword attack will take them out. And we just want to, stun them. And as we touch the grave, eventually a whole bunch of little ghosts are going to come out. More genies are going to come out. And once we defeat the original genie, that's the only one that can be damaged, all the other genies that we summoned will disappear along with this one. So it's a good way to get a whole bunch of enemies. The graves are very similar to the Armoses. If you touch them from the side or the top, you'll be okay. If you touch them from the bottom, though, you will take damage. So that's why you always notice me. I'm trying to hit it from the side here. So we just summon a whole bunch of the genies here. We take them out, and hey, we got a decent amount of rupees there. So it's a good way to fill up your rupees. So if you do lose track of the original genie, it only moves in like a tile-based direction. So it only going to move north and south, east and west. It's going to move just like Link. The other ones, the fake ones that you can injure, as you notice, they can move diagonally. So just always look for that one that's not moving you know, diagonally, and you'll find the right one. So now the magic sword is right up to the north there, but we don't have the hearts necessary to get it. We will know by during this episode. So let's take care of these guys here. This is one of those rooms that it's kind of difficult, so we're gonna leave that one pea hat alive, because we're gonna have to come back to this room later, because that's the entrance to level 6 is to the north. We can also get another medicine woman here. So, and then we head up this way. Now we see those 4 little rocks over there. That's a little secret. But in order to use those rocks, we're gonna first have to get the power bracelet. Now the power bracelet allows us to move those rocks, to push certain rocks. In the dungeons, you can only push rocks after you defeated all the enemies. In the overworld, you can only push certain rocks once you pick up the power bracelet. And mainly those rocks we're going to be pushing are basically warp zones. They're not like the warp zones in Mario where they take us to a new level, but they'll take us to a different part of the overworld map. So there's 4 of them all together, and they just make traveling around the world much easier. So let's head back over there, and we're gonna use the warp. Let's head on over there, and we're gonna want to warp back to near the beginning of the game. So, all right. So we head in here. We push this. Take any one road we want. Gotta look at my map. There's a game map on Game FAQs. And we'll take the middle one, and we end up here back near the beginning. 2 screens to the left is the beginning of the game. We want to head this way because we're going to be along the shoreline, and the shoreline is where obviously where water is, and there's going to be some new things that we can get, obstacles that we can cross now that we have the raft and the ladder. Take out these red levers. The white sword, they're taking 1 hit now. And we take them out. Some more blue Octoroks. Maybe they might drop some bombs. Nope. Oh well. We just keep heading on over. And we're going to have 2 hearts along the shoreline here as we head up. So, like I said, we couldn't have gotten these earlier because they both require, one requires the raft and one requires the ladder. I didn't want to get the ladder, the raft one at all because it's a little out of the way, and it's much easier to just make 1 trip rather than, make 2 trips. So, save some time. So there's the stepladder one. We just have to cross and get on those 2 wood planks, and we'll get another heart. Boink. There we go. Head on up. More wooden planks, but there's nothing on there. There's no secret, like, something magically is going to appear if you step on them, so. And now we have another raft launcher here, so step on it. We take the raft across, and we end up in what looks like the entrance to a dungeon, but it's going to be another heart container. So we pick it up, and there is our 12 heart containers. So now we're able to pick up our magical sword. Magical sword is going to be back in the graveyard where we fought those genie ghosts. But luckily there's another shortcut around this area. So we'll be able to take the shortcut near the graveyard again, and then we can also take the shortcut back toward level 5, because level 5 is obviously where we want to go. So, head back this way. Take out these guys. Hopefully get some more rupees or anything. Nope, nothing. So, we head up this little ladder here, and we got this rock. We push it, and we get a little opening. And this is another one of our shortcut areas. There's 4 altogether. So, there's this one, the 2 that we already saw, and then the last one is in the green forest. Here it is. And yes, that's all the shortcut areas. So, but now we're gonna head back to the initial one that we went to, where the Lionels were by level 6, because we're gonna pick up our magical sword. So it'll be our last offensive upgrade for this quest, and we'll definitely want it because we're gonna run into blue dark nuts in the next dungeon. And they'll take 4 hits with the white sword, and they're often going to be encountered in crowded areas, so being able to cut them down from 4 hits to 2 hits is just going to make life so much easier and better on us. Alright, take out the final ghost there and get some more rupees. And we push this grave, and hey, master using it, and you can have it. The requirement, like I said, is 12 hearts, so. Alright, now let's head over to level 5, dungeon 5. So. Now these guys only take 3 hits, because remember the thing kind of doubles your attack power. So we take 5 divided by 2, we get 2.5 round up, and we get 3 hits. Alright, so got some more rupees there. And we want to have at least 100 rupees. The reason why I'm farming those rupees right there is because we want to have 100 rupees because level 5 is the first level where we can get a bomb bag upgrade. And I said in an earlier episode, bomb bag upgrades cost 100 rupees. So we want to pick up those 100 rupees. And we're going to warp back this way. Going to head to this area here. Remember what that old woman told us in the waterfall? She says, head up the mountain. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head up the mountain. We're going to have to head up several times, though. And once we do that, we will run into level 5. We're going to have quite a few new enemies in this dungeon. First of which is these things called the Pole's Voices. They are weak to arrows. You can take them out with 1 arrow. Otherwise, they're pretty much like a like. They take they'll take 3 hits now with the magical sword. So they're pretty durable. So do a bomb here. And Dig Dogger hates certain kinds of sound. That's our clue. Dig Dogger is going to be the boss of this area. He's another splitting enemy. But he can split into 1 or 3 mini Dig Doggers, so this is the first one, so he's only going to split into 1, but eventually he's going to get, tougher and harder, and he'll split into 3, so. We also have these mummies, Gibdos. They take a lot of damage. Takes a lot to defeat them. 2 hits with the magical sword, so they're not too hard because they just kind of stumble around like mummies. Who is hard though is these iron knuckles, or the dark nuts, blue dark nuts. They're much faster than their red counterparts, and they also have twice as much defense. So one way you can use bombs if you don't have the magical sword to take them out. Another way you can kind of, even though a lot of times you're stuck in like terrain like this that's kind of limited, one thing that helps is your sword. Your sword has, from the, if you're stabbed through a block from the bottom, your sword will actually, because Link kind of pushes up into the block, or Jasmine in this case, and you can stab through the blocks from the bottom and hit them safely. So it's a good way to fight them, especially in some future quests. So, take out these keys, and we get to an old man who's going to offer us a new bomb bag. I bet you'd like to have more bombs. Absolutely. And whenever we buy a bomb bag or an upgrade, it's automatically going to refill our bombs. So we went from 7 right to 12. So if you know a bomb bag's coming up, feel free to just use all your bombs, because they're just going to be replenished. So now we have a room here with 6 blue dark nuts. I keep calling them iron knuckles. That's what they are in Zelda 2. So, but they're kind of similar. They're, heavily armored knights that can be a pain to deal with. But another thing is too, your sword actually has a little bit of a horizontal hitbox to it. So, and sometimes in the future you might see I'll have Jasmine facing down toward the bottom, and she'll be stabbing down, and as she stabs down, the enemy off to the left or to the right will take damage. So here we pick up the recorder. So we were told that Dodongo does like certain types of music, or certain types of sound. Well, if we blow on the recorder, it creates a sound, and that sound will cause Digdoggo to split. When Digdoggo's in his big mode, he's invulnerable. Nothing will hurt him. You can only hit him when he's minied. And in order to mini him, you have to play the recorder. So here you can see right there, I'm stabbing down, and I'm damaging the enemies, even though, you know, they're kind of not in line with me. So your sword has a little bit of a deceptive hitbox to it, but in this case, it's good for Jasmijn. It benefits her. So let's head on back over this way. Finish off this Gibdo. And we'll just light this room to show it off, what it looks like. Another one of these rooms with a little red river in the middle. And hey, we got these enemies here that are Dodongo. And here we can just, a trick to get them to eat the smoke is you plant a bomb, and while they're kind of eating the bomb, the first bomb, you lay another bomb in front of them, and that bomb will blow off while they're still stunned, and they'll suck up the smoke, and then they're stunned. When they're stunned, you can stab them with your sword, and when you stab them with a sword and defeat them like that, you will always get a bomb. So it was a Nintendo Power. That was a way to, they said, like, how to beat 3 Dodongos with just 2 bombs. So we got our map there, and this dungeon is called the Snake Dungeon. Yeah, this is the Lizard Dungeon. The snake was level 4. So you can see it kind of looks like a little lizard head there, facing off to the left. So, but I guess it could also be a snake head, but yeah, they call this one the lizard. So we can fight these guys and get some more rupees. We won't need any rupees for the next dungeon, but by level 7 we're gonna have to want another 100 rupees. So start saving up our rupees now, because level 7 is the second dungeon where we can get the final bomb bag upgrade. You get the compass there. It's over there on the snake's or the lizard's nose. So yeah, you can defeat those Pole's voices with your sword, but normally the best thing to do is to use your arrow. Now, the one thing that arrows is, your ammo is based on the amount of rubies that you have. So right now, I'd have 62 arrows. When you shoot an arrow, your rupee count goes down by 1. So, in future Zelda games, you'll have a separate arrow and rupee counter, but in this game, they're just one and the same. So, I know in one of the Zelda classics, which is like a homemade Zelda maker, kind of like Mario Maker for the Wii U and the Switch. In one of those games, they make the justification that, like, you tie a rupee to a stick. There's a guy, he's like, oh, I'll teach you how to make an arrow with a rupee and a stick. And secret power is said to be in the arrow. And basically that is a hint that in order to beat the game, you gotta use the arrow. So Ganon is only vulnerable at the end to the silver arrow. So an easy way to beat Digdoggo here is you lay a bomb down and then blow the whistle, and then that'll turn him into his small form, and then you can lay another bomb instantly, and those bombs will both go off and they'll take him out, because each of the little mini Digdoggers takes 2 bombs or 2 hits from the magical sword to defeat. So we've taken care of Mr. Digdoggo there. We filled up the map of level 5, and we've gotten our 5th piece of the Triforce, more than halfway done. So both in terms of filling out the Triforce and filling out our dungeons. So let's take out this little guardian, and then we'll meet here in our next episode. Thanks for following. Bye!